Greetings, Commanders! It's Ryant1UM here, and today we are back once again in Stellaris Console Edition with the Abomination Imperium. That's right, you guys. So, yes, we are indeed back, and I think today it's time we finally breach the Shroud. It's definitely been a second. I just decided to leave that there because, well, it wasn't really necessary at that time, but I think it's time to breach the Shroud today. Also going to happen in today's episode, we need to bump up our defenses. What do I mean by that? Well, our borders. We need to get our borders up to at least the Star Fortress level of upgrades. That way we can actually, protect ourselves when we go to war with the Great Yaru Empire. Now, the Great Yaru down here, they've got themselves a bit of a pickle going on at the moment because the entire galaxy is at war, with the exception of me. It's kind of nice. So all of them are at war with each other. But if we go ahead and take a look at their power, looks like the Screvians are superior, only because of their economy. But then the Great Yaru Empire, they are equivalent, yet superior in their economy as well. Now keep in mind, it's also probably because they're in the same federation as a damn trade empire, and it's most likely a trade league that the Screvian corporate holdings have. Although no, it's not. That's really interesting. They're not part of a trade league. Interesting. Huh. I would have expected them to be a part of a trade league, not just a regular union. That's a bit bizarre. But nonetheless, we can now finally build that. We've had that freaking living metal deposit in our space for the entire time since we found it, and we just haven't been able to exploit it. But we are planning on going to war, I should say. We are planning on going to war with the Great Yaru Empire, especially because they are indeed at war with the Vagaros organism, as well as Vinny over here. Now, luckily, we can actually see what a lot of the fleets and a lot of the empires are looking like. And it looks like a lot of these guys' attacks are actually based mostly within the Union of Ikara, and maybe a little bit up here in the Raxaconium Church of Tomorrow. But on the other hand, it does look like the Raxaconium Church of Tomorrow is actually coming over to this person's space, over to this empire's space, just to kind of check out and see what they have over here. It's time to reach into the Shroud. Reach into their minds in search of secrets. Technology gained applied superconductivity, huh? Okay. Well, now, isn't that an interesting one? What, aha. That just gave us applied superconductivity 4. That's totally fine with me. Now, something actually just happened, and I'm glad that I'm not at war at the moment with a big fight. However, this may actually be a way for us to act, maybe even the odds a little bit. The reason I say that, oh wait, no, those are fallen empires. The reason I say that is because the space storm is here. Now, the space storm makes it so that your sublight speed is reduced by 50% and your shield nullification is up by 100%, which means nobody's got shields, which gives us a bit of an edge if we design our ships to have no shields and only armor. And then we have things that can shred through hull and shred through armor, which we just so happen to have with right here. So that may give us an edge if we take off our shields. But at the same time, I don't know if that's a smart move, especially for the short term, especially if the storm dissipates while we're still at war. That would be a bit of an issue. So now that the war is over against the Vagaros organism and the Vinny over here, there is a big possibility that we might go to war with them instead. But if we do, I cannot wait. I have to do it like right now. Okay, let's get that out of here. So I think that might be what we're going to go ahead and do. It might seem a bit hasty to go after them right now. But let's see. What do we get here? Governor Motile Organ 68 dies at the age of 68. Now that's unfortunate. But like all good leaders, they are indeed expendable and exposable even. So I'm thinking that's kind of what we're going to do. So if we go ahead and move our fleets into position, where can we attack from? Because we do have a wormhole that leads over, kind of over into there. Yeah, right here actually. So this leads from our space into the Union of Ikara's space, which would allow us to attack from the north within the Vagaros organism, and they only have one planet left. Or am I wrong? Oh no, they've got some stuff over here too. Nope, that's just space. And then they've got something right here, possibly? No, that's Vinny. That's... okay, yeah, no, we're going to war with them. Okay, yeah, let's go to war with them. Let's move our ships over here. There we go. We'll get them over there. And we're going to go to war with these two. And hopefully get one of them into the... to be a scion. Which one's the strongest out of the two? It looks like... if I had to guess, it's probably Vinny. Yeah, it's totally Vinny. So should we go to war with Vinny as opposed to the organism? Possibly. But we're also now finally up to the Star Fortress stage, which means our Star Fortresses are, like, actually beefy. What do you know? And they're going to get even more beefy with all of these hangar bays. And then I think I have made up my mind on what my 7th Ascension perk is actually going to be. And it's one that I've never taken before. And it is this one right here. Eternal Vigilance. So that'll give us a plus 25% to our star bases and a plus 25% to our star base hull points, as well as the defense platform damage. So that bumped it up from 11k to 14.3k without even any of the new hangar bays put in there. So I think that was a good idea, because that'll help us with our turtling. So I'm going to move the fleets into position, then we're going to go to war. Here we go. The Abomination Imperium is to declare war on the Vryn Interplanetary Sovereignty and the Vagaros organism.
We have declared war on the nauseating Xenos.
Let's get him. Let's fuck him up, mate. So, let's go ahead and move these fleets together. Luckily, the space storm has actually dissipated. And we're also creating a new fleet over in our home system. It is going to be a battleship fleet with Corvette escorts. And I could not be happier. I could not be happier. What do we have right here? 1500 right there. Alright, so we do need to keep an eye on... Hello there, Ruined Ring World. How are you doing? Goodbye there, little fleets. Should I claim this system just for shits and giggles? I think I probably should. Also, what's their war goal? Humiliate. Perfect. Don't even have to worry about a damn thing. Maya, thank you. I'll be taking that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab this stuff. And we'll move down, systematically take out all of their stuff. Alright, so the war is coming along quite nicely. They are, pretty much all of their space over here has been claimed and occupied, I should say. Economy is looking a lot better. We have a lot more alloys coming in, which is nice, and tech is working out really well for us. Our planets, they're beginning to need more and more jobs on them, which is really great, because then we'll start to get even more resources being pumped out. We're at negative 94 for our war goals, so once we start going into the organism space and doing all sorts of stuff to them, we'll be able to, you know, push right through there and get all of that stuff done. But things on the home front are looking good, and let's see, let's take a look at our star bases. Our bastions are now pretty beefy. They're 30k bastions, and they're going to get even more powerful because we're going to put in defense platforms. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Defense platforms, they're kind of useless. Well, we're going to hopefully make them less useless. Hopefully. That's the goal. That is the goal, at least. What's going on here? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, but there is a pretty big fleet in there. Okay. But, yeah, all of their planets have been claimed by us. And, let's see. Where exactly are you going? You're going over there. Why don't you go there? Just chase after them. I don't really care if we lose this fleet, because it is the... Fallen Empire's fleet, so I don't really care about that. So get that out of there. So we'll just chase after them. But yeah, so things are going really well. We're starting to get more and more of our strategic resources because I'm having to put them down on a lot of different planets because, well, you know, I need a lot of different strategic resources. Come on, get to it, get to it, get to it. Go. Catch them. I know it's literally only 3 ships, but it's okay. They are Fallen Empire ships, so they should be able to hold their own. At least I hope. There we go. Although they might get shredded because another fleet just popped in behind them. You guys got this. You guys got this. Come on. Shred them. God, those battle cruisers are no joke, dude. Holy crap, I was kidding. I actually didn't expect them to hold their own, but damn, okay. That was pretty great. Now, I do wonder, is there debris in any of these systems that is... No, it's none of the Fallen Empire stuff. Damn it. That would have been awesome if I got some free Fallen Empire stuff. Although we might lose them here. Nope, never mind. Who am I kidding? Of course they're going to be just fine. So as the last few systems fall within the organism, things are going very, very well. We actually have our new battleship fleet back home. We're starting to upgrade our star bases with the defense platforms. We have tons and tons of defense platforms coming. And it looks like the Great Uru declared war on the Vag Oros organism. Wonderful. So we'll be done with this war here soon. And then if we want to, we can go to war with the Great Uru, possibly. Now, the thing is, we're going to want to go ahead and get some more ships going. Because we have lost quite a few in this last war, but at the same time, it's actually been a lot easier than I was expecting. Now, what kind of avatar did that just summon? Was that the space kind? No, it was the army kind, which we don't like. Get it out of here, don't need it. I realize I just paid 1,000 energy to then throw it away, but we don't need it, it's fine. But we are about to take over their last planet, which is right here. And yeah, things are going very, very well. Now, like I said, everything out here has been claimed by us, and even if the Great Uru Empire decides to swoop in and try anything, pretty much all of their territory belongs to me anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. I've just been using the tech to upgrade our energy income and our mineral income a lot, so I've made up a lot of the stuff that we needed, and thank you, parents, for another 5,000 consumer goods. They come at the best time, don't they? They absolutely do. So now we're making even more stuff just like that, and now we can really begin to snowball with our fleets. Like, take a look at this. We only need 112 ships and 47k worth of our alloys in order to get all of those ships reinforced. But we can take out a decent chunk here very, very, very soon, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, last planet should be falling anytime soon, and hopefully we can just wait them out and or settle status quo. Although, wait, why can we not achieve the war goals now? Are we missing a planet? Oh, did we miss one in this system? Oh, we missed a bunch in this system. That's why. Holy crap. Okay, we'll go there. That's their capital. Okay, that's why. I was like, wait a second. That should have been the last planet that we needed to get. But no, it was not. But now we can go ahead and send back all of our fleets. Get them rested, get them repaired, everything like that. And then we can actually start to outfit the rest of our fleets. So we're going to go ahead and spend over 10k, just like that. And let's get us some brand spanking new ships. I really need to upgrade this thing too, because we're only spitting out 3 at a time. I need to be able to spit out a whole bunch more than that. Now the problem is the Ikora, or not the Ikora, the Union of Ikara closed their borders to us. So that wormhole that we normally have access to, we no longer have access to. But hopefully, when we win this war, the system of Maya will actually be ours. I can start work on that ring world, and we can use that to put a gateway in there, and then we can build a gateway in our home system and jump back and forth between this part of space. That's another thing that we should probably think about doing, is we should probably think about getting a gateway network. What went on here? How did they get that system? Uh-huh, interesting. We do need to go back to war with them and take them out once and for all. How big are they? 9360, okay, yeah, no, we need to take them out once and for all, / get them into the Scion. Ecumenopolis is doing very, very well. That's pretty much the source of all of our alloys at the moment. But our armies should be here in a little bit. In fact, let's see, where are they at? I might actually be able to just jump drive them in. Okay, once they go through the next jump, I believe that'll be enough distance. Yep, and now we can just jump drive them back in. And we can hop in here and hopefully occupy their planets. Although, wait a second, the Great Uru Empire is occupying them. So I don't even know if that's actually going to work. Oh, shoot. Uh-huh. Okay. So that's a bit of an issue. Uh-huh. Okay. So, the Great Uru Empire is occupying their worlds, which means we're just gonna have to wait this war out? Are you kidding me? I mean, technically, I could status quo, and it would do the same thing I did to the Zumo over here, and it would just create a new empire. But I mean, do we really want to do that? It might be necessary, though, honestly. It might be necessary. I don't know, I'll give it a little bit of time and see what happens. So, now our bastions are looking a bit beefier. They each have 25 defense platforms. Or I should say, not all of them have 25 defense platforms. We're starting with the most important ones, with the first one being right here, and the second one being up here in the Taramba system. Because this one poses the biggest threat, because the Union of Ikara has a wormhole right into this space, and then the one down here is the closest to the Union of Yaru, or the Great Yaru Empire. So that's why we're having both of these here. Not to mention, they'll go through this system, most likely, because there's only a small mining drone outpost right here. But I think this one was the best one to upgrade right there. This one's right on our allies' border, so we should be okay with that. And then we'll start upgrading the ones that we've got up here on the Screvian Corporate Holdings border, and then we'll honestly be okay. I really do think we'll be okay. When we go to war, we're going to be, like I said in the last episode, we're going to be a bit more defensive, / we're only going to be kind of guerrilla warfare against them. But let's take a look at how powerful they are compared to me now. Let's see. So, superior. It looks like the Screvian Corporate Holdings is still equivalent, which is a good thing. But it looks like those guys are equivalent, and then everyone else looks to be equivalent. Okay. So that's a positive. At least they're on our level. And then our planets, they're looking really, really good. We only have a little bit of unemployed because we haven't really developed our planets as of yet. But that will change right now. So yeah, we're just running out of consumer goods and food and our strategic resources. But it's okay, because we're keeping pace with our tech. And like I said, I've just been upgrading food, minerals, and energy. Because I know, I could be upgrading my fleets to be more powerful. But at the same time, I just need to get my base economy under wraps. That way, I can actually grow properly. But we're building a lot of commercial zones in this lovely little habitat right there. Little by no means necessary. I love the way this habitat world looks. It looks so cool. But things are going really, really well, honestly. Things have been going a lot better than I expected. We are still at war, but the war goals is almost there. So we're going to be able to bring them into the fold. And I think we're going to be just fine on that. Then we're going to go to war to bring these guys into the fold, because it's only one planet and one other system. And we should be okay on that. Then, in the next few episodes, we have to make a decision on whether or not who we're going to attack first. Whether it's the Screvian Corporate Empire, or the Screvian Corporate Holdings, or if it's going to be the Great Yaru Empire. I imagine it'll probably be the Great Yaru Empire.
We have mastered a new technology.
But at the same time, it would be nice to go after the Screvian Corporate Holdings, just to give it to them, because they're our old empire. But we also do need to be careful, because we're in the year 2350, and if I'm not mistaken, the mid-game starts in 2350. So, there may be a war in heaven if either of our parents wake up. And that would not be a good thing for us. Be a great thing for us because the fallen empire, who would turn into an awakened empire, would be on our side. But at the same time, I have a feeling that everybody else would go with these guys, and they would mop the floor with us. Because it would not only be an awakened empire, but it would be also 4 empires that are equivalent to me, plus an awakened empire, versus me, them, and them. It would literally be a war in heaven, I'll tell you that much. My god. Ah, the side jump drive. Wonderful! Now we have the tech to get the side jump drive. That's awesome. Although I don't think we're exploiting any Zro. Do we even have Zro in our space? I doubt it. No. Yeah, that's a problem. That means we won't actually be able to get that. Unless we find some Zro close by and claim that space. There might be some in here, I don't know.
We have mastered a new technology.
It's whatever. We'll research it just so that we've got it.
We have mastered a new technology.
Oh, but wait, it doesn't actually cost Zro? It just costs alloys? Huh. I thought it cost Zro. Achieve war goals. Boom! We have won this war. Becomes a scion under the Vermiliv Protectors. Wonderful. The best possible outcome. So now, these guys are a part of the, of us, basically. And now we own the Ruin Ring section, which is perfect. It's the biggest fuck you ever. I love it. Even if I don't use it, I just wanted to take it from them, because it's funny as shit. Alright, so that works. That works for me. So now with our ships being outfitted and reinforced, I really do think that we're going to be fine when we do go to war with the Great Uru Empire. We're looking good as far as our empire sprawl goes, looking good as far as our naval capacity goes. We're getting most of it, if not all of it, from our jobs. Yeah, pretty much only from our jobs, which is nice, because of our fortress worlds. We need more crystals and more gases, and we're going to need more food, which I hate having to frickin' need food. This is why I like playing as machine empires, because they don't need food. Okay, our capital is almost filled up completely. We're probably going to rip out... No, we're not. Disregard. No, we're not going to rip anything out. Disregard everything I just said. Well, I believe the organism is going to be wiped from the face of the galaxy here very, very soon, because the past wars, they have not gone very well for them. I'll say that much. So yeah, they're being eaten, basically, by the other empires around them, which, I mean, I can't blame them. But, we're getting pretty powerful. We've got over 100k fleet power, and I think that's honestly going to be pretty good. We're moving one of our fleets over to here, because we're just going to go ahead and take out this little section right here. We're really starting to hurt for consumer goods, so if our parents could give us some money, that'd be great. Consumer goods and food are just really one of our biggest issues at the moment, so what I'm thinking about doing is going to our energy and CG's world and just upgrading a bunch of those ones right there. And then we also have a food world right here. So if I go ahead and upgrade that right there and maybe throw down a hydroponic farm, there's a big possibility we might be able to recoup some of our losses with food, as well as some of our stuff with consumer goods, because my god, I'm spending so much energy a month just keeping our economy afloat, whether it's buying exotic resources, buying consumer goods, or buying food. Ay, ay, ay. We're doing a frickin' machine intelligence next, man. I hate food and consumer goods. I hate it so much. Alright, we're back at war, and we're going to go in and do this as quickly as possible. We'll just get them out of here. Get them into the Scion. There we go. And luckily we can just continuously sell a bunch of our minerals and such. Let's make sure that we're okay with this. Yes, indeed, we'll be fine. 140 Corvettes versus everything. Well, yeah, we'll be totally fine. Did they just steal the goddamn... Oh, no, they didn't. Never mind. I was like, did they just steal my automated dreadnought that was out there in my space? I would have flipped some freaking crap. Alright, we can talk to the Shroud, but at the same time, should we? Yeah, I think we should. What do you got for me today, Shroud? Hey, psionic shields, nice. Those takes row, though, right? Those have gotta takes row. Yes, those are the ones that takes row. Okay. So we can't do anything about that just yet. Our overlord has declared war on the What? You've done what? You've done what now, my friend? I'm sorry, what? Dude, they're in our space, assholes. What the fuck? At least give a brother some warning. What the hell? What is the matter with you, parents? Come on, Big Bastion. You got this shit. Keep us protected, god dang it. For the love of everything holy. Come on. Can we win this war with these idiots yet? Bring into the fold. We took their planet. Do we need to go and take this other system over here now? Because we're kind of in a gigantic war for the galaxy at the moment. So I would really, really like to just kind of get back home and maybe take care of that. Are you freaking kidding me? Our overlord decided that it would be a good idea to go to war with the Mega Federation. Granted, now we have the power of our parents on our side, which makes me feel happy. What doesn't make me happy is they didn't warn us first. Those bitches.
Hostile Xeno fleet detected.
There we go. Okay, the subjects have entered the war. Okay, now we can go ahead and head back home and protect the frackin' crap out of our borders. 'Cause what the hell, bro? Can't just do that shit. We should have upgraded this one too. Oopsies. And we're out of food. Wonderful. So this is a lovely action-packed ending to this episode today. Perfect. That's exactly what I like to have happen. Alright, so we're going to get all of our ships back into our space. We're going to somehow save our economy from this garbage that it's in right now. We'll develop our planets, everything like that, but unfortunately we are indeed at the end of today's episode right here. So the war for the galaxy has now begun. Interesting. It's not a war in heaven, but it certainly is a war, and they're just going to war to humiliate them. You're just wasting our time, parents. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. At least we have the Fallen Empire on our side. They don't have one on their side. We have one on ours. So, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. The War for the Galaxy starts now. So until next time, this has been Commander Ryantium, signing off.